When you think about the classic venues to host the NFL's ultimate game, this one's right up near the top of the list. The Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. We are minutes away from Super Bowl 59, and we've got a tremendous matchup in store. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. They run over center with Charles. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete. It's Charles. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only Charles in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. In motion left goes Warfield. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They run it. It's Charles. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kyle Pitts from 3 yards out. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 5. Now it's Newton. Complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Newton to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the gun, here's Newton. This complete to Jones. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Newton. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Sentinels are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pushing his way through. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They go up the middle with Jamal Charles. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Slot man moves right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll run from the gun with Charles across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd down and 13. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. And they'll blow that one up back back at the 16-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Newton. It's caught by Jackson. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw, Newton. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Newton looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Newton now to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 yards there and a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Now a give, it's Jackson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Jackson. About 3 yards there to the 27. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. On the give, here comes Jackson. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Here's Newton. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Newton now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Sentinels have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the fourth and final quarter of action. 2nd and 11 now. Now it's Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Rodgers going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now Newton. Pass taken in. He's been tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Newton. That's caught by Jackson. Room to maneuver at the 35. Past the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Sentinels are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now Jackson. And a short gain here down to the 22. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Trying to take this home. They'll run. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Sentinels are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Short throw caught by Pitts. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
They'll start here with Jackson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
Commissioner Goodell on the podium to make the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to a very worthy franchise. Champions of Super Bowl 59. So that will conclude our coverage this year on EA Sports. I want to thank my partner, Charles Davis, for another incredible season together in the booth. Till the fall, folks, Brandon Gaudin saying good night from New Orleans.